check me, boo.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see that every time that I post. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the content, and anything you would like to add, feel free to do so down below in the comment section. So we are back for a recap of episode 5 and 6 of Too Hot to Handle, and I just feel like it's better to put two together simply because it's not a whole lot that happens in one episode. Not enough to sit, my video would probably be only like 8 minutes long. So we start off the next day. Remember, we left off where Sharon and Rhonda had made this deep connection, so Lana says, and they're allowed to go into this secret suite that no one knew about. So it's the next morning, and everyone is eager to know if Sharon and Rhonda basically had sex and lost all of their freaking money. So they're talking like they did have sex, the way they're speaking about it, like they had a great time and this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay, all the money is gone, kaput, whatever. At this time also, Chloe is talking about how she wants to get to know the inner Bryce. And I've already seen from what I've said, I don't feel like there's gonna be a deeper Bryce, because all he talks about is the fact that he has sex every single day. So I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be a thing or not. So when Sharon and Rhonda finally do get back, everybody's like, okay, what happened? What happened? And they both said that they didn't have sex, right? So they're like, oh no, you know, we restrained ourselves. We didn't have sex. And everybody's giving them a pat on the back. So they're like, oh, thank God y'all didn't lose no more of our money. So Rhonda's like, oh, we have a deeper connection than that. You know, we're past just looking at each other as doing just sex or whatever. And I'm like, all right, girl, whatever. I need them to bring in a girl that is interested in Haley, because all Haley does is mope around and she's always complaining. There's never a smile on her face. Like, she's just angry all the time. She thinks everybody in the house is stupid and they're beneath her. And I'm just like, girl, like, calm down. Lana calls everybody to sit down, right? And she was like, Sharon and Rhonda breached the rules. And I was like, oh, so those heifers did have sex and they lied about it. Well, they didn't have sex, but she named up all this other stuff that they did, right? And they lost $16,000. I was like, oh my God. Y'all are going to leave out of here broke because y'all don't know how to keep y'all's hand. It's only 4 weeks. They said y'all are here for a month. Like, goodness. So they're left now with $78,000, right? And I was like, these people are gonna, I'm telling you, by the time these people leave here, they're going to be broke. Everybody is leaving with nothing, maybe $5, maybe 10. That's it. Not too much. Not too much. Since Rhonda and Sharon seem to be connecting deeper, Fran keeps talking about how she really misses Harry, and I'm just like, girl, why? But she goes and she wants to pick Rhonda's brain about Harry. Rhonda basically tells her, just tell him how you feel. And I was like, don't do that. Don't believe Rhonda. Don't leave him what he had. Leave him in the dust. But she tells her, she's like, go, just tell Harry how you feel. And, you know, just see where it leads, right? And Franz also says that she thought she would be able to move on from Harry with Kels, but it didn't work. And I was like, well, okay, girl. I don't know why, because it would work for me, because Kels is fine. On the flip side, Harry is talking out his neck once again. He's talking about how some Kels pounced on Fran. I was like, Kels did not pounce on Fran. You treated her like a fucking asshole, and she basically ran into his arms because she was trying to get over you. So let him tell it. He's gonna call Kels out in front of everybody. And I was like, I would like to see it, because I doubt it, but okay, well, I'd like to see it. I'd really like to see it. Now, back to Bryce and Chloe. They're filling each other out. They're having a cute little conversation or whatever. And Chloe is talking about some kiss me. I was like, that's $3,000, man. So they kissed, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is how I know, like I said, y'all gonna leave here broke. So they kiss, and we move on from there. The next morning, Chloe is telling us she didn't really feel no sparks with Bryce. I was like, so you just wasted $3,000 on a kiss and you didn't feel no sparks or nothing. So now she's running around here avoiding Bryce because she doesn't know how to really tell him that she's not feeling him like that. But now Bryce feels like he's felt all the fireworks and Chloe is the one for him. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. The battle begins. Harry and Kels talk, right? And Harry starts talking out his ass, talking about some, you betrayed me, bro code, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, no, sir. You did Fran dirty. You lied on her in front of everybody. And then you expected her to just take it and move on like it was nothing. And so Kel was letting him know right then and there, like, bro, like, he said it in nicer terms, but he was basically letting him know, like, keep your ass in check right there because I will check you. Kel told him straight up, he was like, you had her and you messed that up. He was like, nobody messed up what was going on between you and Fran but you. You messed that up. So he's like, whatever. So right after that, the producers are messy because they went into a workshop, but it was only the guys, right? So this workshop is going to help them pull down their guards and connect more with their feelings, right? The producers paired Harry and Kels together. I was like, y'all are messy. So this guy has them slather mud on each other. I was like, oh, okay. So they slather mud all on each other, and then they yell and scream, you know, to let their guards down. So then he has them take like a dry erase board, and they just write down their he has them take a dry erase board, and they just write down, you know, things that describe them, you know, something like Matt said, like fear, something that like keeps him from doing anything, like he fears fear. You know, they just all, you know, write down these things, and then they have to stand across from their partner and show their partner, you know, like these things that describe them deep on the inside. And so like they got really emotional. It was cute. And you know, they were all out there hugging or whatever. And so in this time, Kels and Harry made up, and I was like, whatever, all right. So they made up or whatever. And so, you know, now the guys just understand each other better, right? After all of that workshop happened, Fran finally decides she goes to talk to Harry, right? And so here Harry is again. Once again, I don't know what he doesn't get, but he's telling Fran how she did him wrong because she went after his friend. I was like, what part are you not getting? The fact that you messed this whole situation up. You are responsible for what happened, not Fran. Like, she shouldn't have ran into Kels's arms just to, you know, get you out of her mind, but you started this. Like, this is your fault, sir. So Fran says that, you know, she's not used to having to, like, I guess, like, sit and, like, have a conversation with a guy or whatever. She's used to men falling at her feet. You know, Harry does acknowledge that, you know, he's gotten in his own way or whatever. And like I said, he was talking about how it's gonna be hard for him to forgive Francesca, like he didn't do nothing. And I was like, you really want to be the victim in this whole situation, and you're not. I was like, okay. Also, he's talking about how if he doesn't want to look weak to everybody, and I was like, they have already nicknamed you the puppy. Like, you didn't think that was a sign that they already thought you were weak to begin with? You didn't put 2 and 2 together? So we end episode 5 there and picking right back up in 6. 6 starts right back at that same conversation. And so basically it's like Harry says, you know, he would like to re-enter into this thing with Fran, and that this time he doesn't want to break the rules. He wants to go about it, get to have a deeper connection or whatever. And, you know, Fran was real shocked when he said that or whatever. And so when he said that, their little watches lit up green, right? And so they got to kiss, and like everybody is, you know, of course being nosy, sitting out on the patio watching or whatever. So they got to kiss or whatever. And so they decided, you know, they're gonna try this again. I'm just like, oh, gag reflex. All right. Now, Lana has a little chat with Matt, right? Matthew. And she's, you know, saying, you know, he's growing there, but his growth isn't going as far as some of the others because there's no one there who can sexually tempt him, right? And so I'm just like, okay, because I also noticed that I haven't seen anyone really tempt Nicole. Like, she's not really feeling anybody like that either. So I was like, well, why haven't they? But I guess they're not really interested in each other, right? Haley had been talking to Bryce about the fact that she was hoping that something came up and they were going to send her home, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. Lana came right on up, bing, 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 and told Haley, get the stepping, goodbye. And in Haley leaving, she was like, oh, y'all are all idiots. I hate you except for Fran. I was like, girl. I was like, okay, good riddance, bye. Now, with Haley leaving means there are new arrivals. There are 2 females coming in and 1 male. You got Lydia. She's got dark hair and beautiful eyes. She says that she loves sex, right? You've got Corey, who is the male. And then you've got Madison, who, I I think will be a good match for Matt. Now, they all come in, you know, unlike Bryce. Bryce came in and, like, they didn't, the people in the house had to tell Bryce the rules. Well, they already know the rules already coming in, and they said they don't give a damn. So they said they're going to do what they want to do, right? So when they get there, of course, you know, you got two gorgeous girls and this muscular guy. So of course, people who are already in like potential relationships are like kind of territorial. Like Fran and Rhonda are looking at the girls crazy, and then Bryce is kind of looking at Chloe, eyeing Corey. He's like, okay, what's going on there? David is infatuated at this moment in time with Lydia, and I was like, okay. So they didn't waste any time. You know, they came in or whatever. And then they have a party that night. So Chloe is trying to get to know Corey, and they both seem to be, I don't want to say stupid, but shallow, surface level. That's what I'll say. I'll say that. So, but they seem to really be flirting and hitting it off. Now, Corey did mention that he liked the way Fran was looking, but Fran is all up Harry's butt, so I don't really think he has a chance there. Now, Madison and Matt do sit down, and Madison was saying, like, you know, she'd be interested in someone, as long as they, you know, like, connected on a spiritual level. So I guess Matt thought, oh, let me say some quotes and stuff to, like, you know, win her over, to like really impress her. But Matt kept like interrupting her and like talking to her and stuff. I was like, this isn't going well. And so you could tell like Madison was not interested in Matthew. And I was like, oh, poor thing. Here comes Lana again. Well, Harry and Fran, since you've made this deep connection, you're going to be able to go off to the private suite. And I was like, okay, they talking about they don't want to break no rules, and they going to be goody two-shoes, and they're going to learn more about each other, yada, 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 yada. So they made it into the suite, and everything seemed and looked to be okay. I was like, okay, they're going to be fine. They've discussed they don't want to break the rules. Kissing already. Rule broken right there. Okay. The next morning, Fran and Harry go ahead and tell everybody we had sex. I was like, dang, I expected Rhonda and Sharon to have sex first when they first went in there, but y'all just got back together, kind of, sort of, and already I was like, okay, whatever. So, we're about to find out how much they lost for everybody. Right? While we wait for that, Chloe finally goes and she finally talks to Bryce, and she basically just tells Bryce, like, I don't think you're the one for me. You know, there weren't any fireworks. Everybody keeps talking about banter this and banter that. So basically she just likes someone who can, I guess basically hold a conversation with her and keep her interested, basically. So, then we finally go to see Lana, right? Lana says there's been a breach of rules between Harry and Fran. She says that they lost listen to what I'm saying, $20,000. Now remember, we were just at $78,000. We're now at $58,000. You see what I'm saying about the fact that they're going to leave empty-handed? They're going to leave empty-handed. We've got, I think it's 10 episodes. I think we got 4 more episodes left. They going to leave with $20. That's it. They going to leave with $20. So, right at this moment in time, Kels, of course, he's the accountant. So, Kels is not happy about the fact that they lost $20,000. So, he's like, oh, my God. And everybody else is like, woohoo, but y'all had a, you know, great connection, yada, yada. I was like, y'all talking about some people in great connections. I want my money. I want my money. I would be in there acting up because I would want my money. But at this very moment in time, Matt announces that he's going to be leaving because he doesn't think he can grow to where some of the other people are growing, because once again, there's no one there for him to, you know, tempt him in the ways that Rhonda and Sharon and Fran and Harry have, in order for him to see if he'll be able to have a deeper connection with somebody. So he just says that he's gonna leave. But, you know, everybody was all teary-eyed. But I was like, Matt didn't have to leave because Nicole is there, and Nicole isn't in a relationship with anybody, and she's not talking about leaving no time soon. So he could have stayed to at least get his little $20 that he gonna get at the end of the season. I mean, he could have stayed for that. To end the end of episode 6, Corey and Chloe are talking or whatever, and you know, just kind of filling each other out. Like I said, they've been having a good time with each other, so they're kikiing and flirting or whatever. And then here comes Chloe. No, Corey asked her to come cuddle with him, you know, since Matt is leaving. So she's like, oh yeah, I can come cuddle with you. I was like, just cuddle, all right. So she's like, okay, I can come cuddle. Before they even make it there, though, they were making out. I was like, well, there's 3,000. I just want to say, even though Fran, by the way, is keeping up her trend of saying that she wants to lose everyone in the house money, because remember, she did it with Harry, then she kissed Haley, and then now she just had sex with Harry. So she is keeping her trend of losing the housemates' money. But Chloe is right on her heels, because this is the second time now that Chloe has lost them money. So she's only one incident behind Fran. So just think, had her lips and David's lips touched when they were eating the strawberry, it would have been a done deal. They would have been neck and neck for who's had the most occurrences in the house. Fran is only leading by 1 right now. Well, Harry's in the running for 2. I mean, so him and Chloe are tied neck and neck. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.